who's a bigger threat to the welterweight division right now? Is it Vergil Ortiz or Jaron Ennis?
Jaron Ennis.
Terence Crawford did come out and he was asked by Brian Custer, who is the biggest threat to the welterweight division? And Terence Crawford responded by stating that Jaron Ennis is the biggest threat. He's more of a threat than a Vergil Ortiz, in his opinion, because he's a more of a complete fighter. And I agree, Jaron Ennis, he has the power, he has the skill, he's a switch hitter like Terence Crawford. He has more tricks in his toolbox. He's just as skilled, and he's the boogeyman right now for sure. Even Vergil Ortiz said that he preferred to fight Jaron Ennis later. It don't make no sense to fight him now, but Jaron Ennis did make it clear that he's willing to fight Vergil Ortiz now and later. He would love to fight him now. So that lets you know that Jaron Ennis is the real deal. I believe his record is 28 fights with 26 KOs. He's a hard hitter, very entertaining to watch, and a lot of people are comparing him to Roy Jones. And that's a hell of a comparison. But if somebody deserved the praise, it is Jaron Ennis, because he does have the talent. He has the talent of a nation. I mean, this dude could do it all. He could box, he could bang, he could fight in the inside, he could fight in the outside, he could mix it up. He got a very sharp jab. Sometimes he just get lazy and do whatever he want to do and get away from what his trainers want him to do. But he's getting back to doing what he's supposed to do as of late, according to him.
He's saying Ennis could beat Bud. He should beat Bud. He's 24 years old, Bud 34. He should beat him. He's bigger than Bud. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to beat Bud. He no shit. Now, anybody can look at Ennis fight and tell he could beat Bud. He's bigger, stronger, faster. Bud is 34 years old. He got about 2 or 3 years left. Like, they ain't saying Vergil Ortiz fight Ennis. You know what I'm saying? He beat the shit out of Vergil Ortiz. Yeah, so it's like, that's why it's that passive aggressive shit. I want to see Bud and Spence fight, because that's the fight of their era. Bud and Spence fight each other and retire, for all I'm concerned.
Yeah, they need to fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Crawford and Errol Spence definitely got to fight each other. It's been drawn out for too long, and the fight got to happen. Even the Jaron Ennis versus Bud, that's a 50-50 fight. I mean, it could go either way. Jaron is really
it's always going to be Bud never going to be an easy fight for anybody, but I still favor Ennis in that fight because he's a younger, fresher, bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just the fact of the matter. It's like, it's Bud third weight class. I mean, Ennis got the advantage.
You brought up a great point. Terence Crawford did move up 3 weight divisions. So this is his 3rd weight division. Jaron Ennis, that's his natural weight class. But I still believe it's a 50-50 fight. However, what's your take on Terence Crawford comment that he believed Jaron Ennis is the biggest threat at the welterweight division over Vergil Ortiz? Do you agree, and why?
I mean, of course. Ennis is looking like a once-in-a-generation type of talent. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with eyes can see that. Man, it's good. Vergil Ortiz struggled against Maurice Hooker. He can't fuck with Ennis. Ennis a pummel him. He beat his ass. That's why even Robert Garcia said Vergil ain't ready for that. That's why they trying to match him up with Errol Spence, because they think his eye fucked up. He ain't the same fighter and shit. They try to force the fight in. If they could get something, if they could catch Errol on the downside, because he's in his 30s now. So notice when Errol was in his 20s, nobody was trying to fight his ass. He was like Boots. Nobody was trying to fight him. But now, he's getting up there in age. He got the car accident. He got the eye injury. Now they see the blood. But I still think Spence would beat Vergil Ortiz pretty comfortably, kind of like he did Danny Garcia. And shit, and then I still want to see the Bud Spence fight. That's the fight we need to see. I mean, the sport need that fight.
What did Robert Garcia say about Jaron Ennis?
He said Vergil Ortiz will be like 4 years before he take that fight.
Wow.
And because they know he can't beat him, man.
Now, a guy that people already group you with because he's also an up-and-comer is Boots Ennis, who's fighting Lipinets next. Do you think that's a fight that happens more down the road, or is that someone you're looking closely as he comes up as well?
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of people say that I'm ducking him. I'm not ducking him. There's no point in that fight being made right now, I want to fight the best. You know what? I feel like we gotta weed out the old boxers right now, and then make room for fighters like me and Boots. That's gonna be a good fight later on down the road, and no one's ducking nobody. Trust me.
Honestly, I didn't really hear nothing about him until I think when he fought the Herrera kid guy, the older guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, then everybody kept tagging our names and stuff together, but I didn't really know nothing about him. I don't watch him fight and all that, so I don't know how his style is. I see like little highlights on Instagram. They be going through the feed and all that stuff, but definitely we can make that fight happen. I love that fight.